Today, we'll be interviewing people from abut to check their perspective on robotics. Enjoy. Do you fear robots and why?
Well, no, because I think that robots are quite they have no feelings, and yeah. Next question.
So the next question is, would you like to have a robot at home and why?
No, not really, because if something goes wrong, I do not want to take care of it.
And what do you think is better, an only human team or an only robot team, or a mixture between both?
A mixture between both, because they might be able to cooperate together and it might turn into something good.
Thank you.
No problem.
Do you fear robots and why?
Kind of, because sometimes they will get in my neighbors.
And would you like to have a robot at home and why?
No, because it takes a lot of time, and I would rather do the things by myself, not others do for me.
So what do you think would be better, an only robot team or an only human team, or a mixture between both?
I think both will, if they were good together, they will be a good team.
Thank you. Do you fear robots and why?
I would only fear them if they were somehow armed with weapons, because they could hurt me. But otherwise, if they are peaceful, I do not fear robots.
Would you like to have a robot at home and why?
I maybe would like to have a robot at home to help me clean my room once in a while.
And what do you think is better, an only human team or an only robot team, or a mixture between both?
I would say a mixture between both, because the robots could help the humans when they cannot do things, but the humans could program the robots or help the robots if they could not do things.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Do you fear robots and why?
I'm not scared of robots, and some robots are also good.
Would you like to have a robot and why?
Yeah, I want a robot that can help me.
And what do you think is better, only human team or an only robot team, or a mixture between both?
A mixture of both is good, I think.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Do you fear robots and why?
I don't know, not now, but in the future maybe, when they get too evaluated, they'll probably notice we're polluting the planet in the whole future and making war and destroying humanity between us. So then I will, because if they get too intelligent, they will notice that and kill us all.
So would you want a robot and why?
Maybe those robots who make your bed so you don't have to do it.
Okay, and final question. What do you think is better? A only robot team or only human team, or a mixture between both?
I think a human team. Because robots, they'll be strong and all that, but they don't really have feelings.
Thank you very much. Welcome. Do you fear robots and why?
I don't, not really, but they might be able to think on their own, artificial intelligence.
So, if you would want a robot, why?
To help me with stuff and maybe doing homework or help around the house.
So what do you think is better, an only human team or an only robot team, or a mixture between both?
Maybe both, but I think an only robot team might not be as good as an only robot team might not be as good as an only human team because like humans are able to like make decisions on their own.
Thank you very much. Do you fear robots?
No,
Why?
because why should I be scared of robots? They're smaller than me, so why should I be scared of them?
And if you would want a robot, why?
To help me in my daily life, for like bringing stuff to me and stuff like, yeah.
And what type of robot?
I don't know any types of robots.
Okay. Then what do you think is better? An only robot team or an only human team, or a mixture between both?
A mixture between both,
Why?
because more brain power, I guess. Because two different types of thinking.
Thank you very much. So, why do you think robots are dangerous?
It's not very dangerous, but if there's many film about how robotic can take the world, I don't think it's gonna happen, but it's not good. A robotic can't be so good than humans, so we should not try to get too many things from them.
So, next question. Why would you want a robot at home and why?
It's helpful sometimes for cleaning, like the little robot, that the circle one, that clean the room, but not every time. A robot can't do everything correctly. There's some things that only human can do because the hands, they can't reproduce that in the robots.
So, what do you think would be better? Like only human team or like robots and humans working together? What would be better?
I think because there's things that only robot can do and some things that only human can do. So make a team with robot and human, it will be better.
Thank you. So, why do you think robots are dangerous?
It's not very dangerous, but if there's many film about how robotic can take the world, I don't think it's gonna happen, but it's not good. A robotic can't be so good than humans, so we should not try to get too many things from them.
So, next question. Why would you want a robot at home and why?
It's helpful sometimes for cleaning, like the little robot, that the circle one, that clean the room, but not every time. A robot can't do everything correctly. There's some things that only human can do because the hands, they can't reproduce that in the robots.
So, what do you think would be better? Like only human team or like robots and humans working together? What would be better?
I think because there's things that only robot can do and some things that only human can do. So make a team with robot and human, it will be better.
Thank you. Do you fear robots and why?
I personally, well, it depends what you use them for, because sometimes if you put like a razor sharp knife onto them, of course I would fear it because it could just backfire onto you. But if there's no weapons or anything, then they're completely harmless, I guess. So it depends on the situation, but currently no.
I don't fear robots either, because when there's nothing like they could break something or cut something open, I would not fear them. But if they have something in the hand which can hurt a person, then I'm afraid of them.
I generally just don't like robots, but just
Would you like to have a robot and why?
definitely not, because they could attack any seconds, and they are very weird. I just don't like them.
Personally, no, because I'd rather do things by hand.
I would maybe have a little robot, but not really necessarily.
And what do you think is better? An only human team or an only robot team or a mixture?
For me, I think, well, it depends on the situation.
like if it's a war, I would maybe choose a team of robots because they can't get severely wounded like humans can. But if it's like a different type, then maybe humans. I think for war it would be better robots. I think that like humans, a team of humans would be better, but like exactly what Quinn said. If it depends for the situation, really.
I would only have one like for a war because we need people in real life for shops, works, and we don't all everything want to be made out of robots and replace people.
Thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and share. See you in the next video.